Episode 27, Rarity the Wedding Planner. Canterlot Castle, Princess Celestia's private chamber. Have a seat, Twilight. Can I offer you a glass of hard cider? Sure, I'll have a glass, considering the nature of this discussion. Princess Celestia pours a glass for herself and Twilight. There you are. Princess Celestia sets the glass down for Twilight, then sits in her chair on the other side of her desk. Twilight takes a sip of her cider. It's good. Thanks, Princess Celestia. Twilight, I know you've been upset with me lately, and quite frankly, I can't say I blame you. I know this tension between you and I started over myself and Luna covering up the truth of our origins from the planet Mobius. Twilight, please try to understand there are reasons why this must remain a secret. I never wanted any pony to know of our true origins, not even you. I felt angry and betrayed. I wonder why you didn't trust me when I've always been the pony you've trusted, no matter what the circumstances. I know the real reason you didn't want me to find out the truth. You wanted to cover up the fact that the elements of harmony can merge powers with the Chaos Emeralds to form a destructive weapon known as the Harmony Chaos Cannon, a weapon that can also be used to destroy entire galaxies if it ever fell into the wrong hooves. How did you find out about this? You have your secrets, and I have mine. Twilight, as the supreme ruler of Equestria, I forbid you to ever use that weapon. No pony, not even you, should be allowed to harness a weapon of that magnitude. One mistake or mishandle of the Harmony Chaos Cannon can destroy not only the planet of Equestria, but it could wipe out our entire solar system. I never wanted knowledge of that ancient weapon to be known. Then why not just be upfront with me? I would have been more understanding had you just come outright and told me the truth about how the elements of harmony were affected by the Chaos Emeralds when I inquired about it 2 months ago. I felt disrespected because I lead the team that harnesses the power of the elements of harmony. I deserved and had the right to know how the Chaos Emerald's power affects the elements of harmony. It hurt because I felt like you couldn't trust me. Twilight, my dear, you know full well there is no pony I trust more than you. I should have told you the truth of what happens when harmony and chaos comes together. You're right, being the leader of the Harnessers of Harmony gave you that right. I should have had more faith that you would have heeded my warning and that you would never use it in battle. You know I would have obeyed you, Princess Celestia. I just wish it didn't come down to me telling you I found out about it for you to come clean and finally be honest with me about it. Honestly, that's not what's really bothering me as it pertains to our relationship. I'm still shocked that you threatened me and my team of stripping us of the elements of harmony if we chose not to turn Discord into stone. Discord is our friend, and in that moment you couldn't see past your own anger to see why we were hesitant to turn him back to stone. Then there was Pinkie Pie, a pony you said I should have let die, instead of giving Chrysalis my element of magic. Twilight, you called her replaceable. I couldn't believe I heard you say that. In honesty, it broke my heart because I looked up to you as a mentor and a noble pony. You taught me so much about the values of friendship and how important they are that when you said Pinkie was replaceable, in that moment, all I felt was anger and that I no longer recognized you, Princess Celestia. You've changed so much since finding out about Sonic and Manic's cutie marks. All you've done since is lie, cover up truths, and say hurtful things to not only me but my entire team as well. Princess Celestia begins to cry as a couple of tears roll down her cheeks. You don't understand the amount of pressure it is to rule over an entire planet. Admit it, Twilight, ever since Mobius's destruction, you and I have shouldered much of the burden of the effects from it. That's not a valid excuse, Your Majesty. I'm sorry, but it's not. I have never lashed out in anger the way you have, and believe me, I've been plenty angry with you lately. The Pinkie Pie being replaced comment sent me over the edge. It still gives me goosebumps and makes me sick to my stomach, because that's not the pony I thought you were. The pony I looked up to and admired for her tender and loving heart, her strength in leadership and guidance. The pony who made me who I am today. That was you, Princess Celestia. I would be devastated if this is really who you are. Princess Celestia buries her head into her hooves and begins sobbing heavily. Twilight, I am so sorry for breaking your trust and faith in me. I allowed myself to feel and say things I really didn't mean. Even now, when you're challenging me, I look at you, and I'm so proud of the princess you've become. It's only because I care and love you, Princess Celestia, that I feel it necessary to voice my displeasure with you lately. I know the anger you've shown recently is not who you truly are, and I'd be an awful friend if I didn't call you out on it. Over my lifespan, I haven't had many ponies who I'd consider a true friend. I have thousands upon thousands of acquaintances, and none of them have cared about me enough to stand up to me, to tell me when I've been wrong and foolish. No pony else understands me like you do, Twilight. Today it is I who admire you. Today you've shown exactly why the Princess of Friendship is not just a statement or a phrase given to you, but how you live up to it by example every day. I'm truly sorry for any distrust, anger, or sorrow my actions and words have caused you. I hope that one day you will forgive me, and from this moment on, I promise to treat you the way a friend should be treated. Twilight begins crying. I forgive you, Princess Celestia. They embrace in a tearful hug. A few days have since passed. It was a chilly early fall Wednesday morning in Ponyville. Things were beginning to return to normal. Princess Twilight Sparkle and Princess Celestia had mended fences and agreed to put the past behind them. Meanwhile, at Cloud Dominium, Sonic was boarding the X Tornado to visit Rarity this morning. With Rainbow Dash once again gone at the Wonderbolt Academy, Sonic now has the opportunity to begin planning a surprise wedding for him and Rainbow Dash. Rarity's Boutique. Sonic exiting the X Tornado. Rarity is waiting in the doorway, surprised to see Sonic stopping by for a visit. Sonic gives Rarity a hug. Good morning, Rarity. Indeed, although it's a bit chilly today, please come in. Sonic enters. I'm sorry to drop in on you like this. I know you're pretty busy. Oh, hey, Silver. Good morning, Sonic. Can I get you a cup of coffee, darling? Sure, thanks. Anyway, I was stopping by to ask you if you wouldn't mind being my wedding planner to help me plan the perfect wedding day for me and Dash. You want me to plan your wedding? Oh, Sonic, it would be an absolute honor. What do you take in your coffee? Cream and sugar, please. To be honest, you were the first pony I thought of who'd be great at helping me plan this surprise wedding. I'm glad you've agreed to do it. Rarity hands Sonic his coffee. Are you kidding? Rainbow Dash is a dear, dear friend of mine, and weddings happen to be my specialty, darling. I would love nothing more than to make this day special for the both of you. Let's have a seat, and we can start bouncing ideas around. I still can't believe you're finally getting married. She's a great match for you, Sonic. Boy, don't I know it. Sonic and Rarity sit down at Rarity's kitchen table. Silver decides to join them. First things first, when are you planning on having this wedding? 3 Saturdays from now, or in other words, in 24 days. Rarity's jaw drops. That's impossible! Not with me as your wedding planner! Sonic, 24 days is not nearly enough time to pull off an amazing wedding. Rarity, if there were ever a pony that could pull this off, it is you. But I have to design and create all the tuxes, the bridesmaid dresses, Rainbow Dash's wedding dress, find a venue, take care of invites, the catering, and everything in between. Rarity hyperventilating. Don't forget, I get pretty bored when Dash is away teaching at the Wonderbolts Academy for the week. I fully intend to help you out. I just need you around to help guide me and stay on track, and to make sure I don't forget anything. I'm happy to assist you both as well, as I'm sure all of our friends will also be eager to help. Well, except for Amy, that is. It's probably for the best if Amy doesn't find out about this. Cream enters the boutique with cheese to start her workday. Good morning! Sonic, what brings you here today? Sonic just asked us to assist in helping him plan his wedding with Rainbow Dash. Oh, how wonderful! Thanks, Cream. The wedding is in 24 days, Cream. This wedding has now become our top priority. Cream takes a seat. Oh, I'm not surprised by your short engagement, Sonic. Fast is who you and Rainbow Dash are. Well, the reason I'm moving so fast is because I've never been more sure of anything in my life. I don't need another year or two to know that Rainbow Dash is the love of my life. So I say, why have a long engagement? Cream, this wedding is also a surprise, so we need to keep this a secret from Dash. Got it. Choo-choo! So, any ideas on a venue? Rainbow Dash says he wants to have the ceremony at the gazebo in Ponyville Park, and the reception would be there as well. Garbage men, guys. Sorry. Rarity tisks. No, I will not have Rainbow Dash freezing her mane off on her wedding day. We're having this wedding at Twilight's Castle at 4 p.m. Sonic, I'm putting you in charge of the invitations, and for goodness sake, don't go to Derpy. I also expect a guest list with a head count tally by Friday, 2 days from now. That's okay, we don't need any invitations. It's only our group of friends and Rainbow Blaze who'll be attending the wedding. Pretty much everyone who went to the Rah-Rah concert with us. Sonic, invitations are a keepsake, not only for you, but for your guests. How many bits do you have available for the wedding? 100. Why do you ask? Oh my, Sonic. Don't mind me for mentioning, the average equestrian wedding costs anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000 bits, darling. Well, we already have the most. We can get the cake for free because I'll ask Pinkie Pie to bake our wedding cake. You're obviously making the tuxes and the bridesmaid dresses. And Rainbow Dash's wedding gown. Applejack is an amazing cook. She could handle the catering. Gee, is there anything else I'm forgetting? Work for your wedding. I assumed everybody would want to help me. Look, Sonic, we're all willing to help you out, but try to understand, darling, that weddings cost money. Maybe it would be best if you told Rainbow Dash, instead of surprising her. I know you're... I'm not changing anything. My heart is set on this surprise wedding. I want to prove to Dash just how much I love her by being the one who puts together our wedding. You don't have to put on a surprise wedding for Rainbow Dash to figure that out. She said yes, which means she already loves you, and that she knows you love her as well. Well said, Silva. Personally, I think Sonic's idea goes way beyond romantic. I love it. I believe we owe it to Sonic and Rainbow Dash to make Sonic's vision come to life. It's his wedding day, too. Either way, it's your decision, darling. Which way do you want to go with it? I'm sticking with my way, Rarity. Can you help me or not? Very well. I will try to work some of my magic by calling in some favors. Whatever we can't afford, we'll just have to do without. The Crystal Empire. You, Prince Shining Armor. Send her up to my private chamber, please. Yes, your majesty. Guard concern you. Excuse me? I am your wife. We rule the Crystal Empire together, or so I thought. Since when have we conducted business separately? Prince Shining Armor gets angry. So angry, a couple of black crystals form on his unicorn horn. One requires a keen hand. Prince Shining Armor storms away from Princess Cadence and heads to her private chamber. Princess Cadence is troubled and puzzled. Princess Cadence to herself, a king? Meanwhile, Daring Do is sitting in Prince Shining Armor's chamber waiting for him to arrive. Daring Do admiring some of Shining Armor's treasures. After a few moments, Prince Shining Armor enters. The black crystals are still adorning Shining Armor's magic unicorn horn. Prince Shining Armor closes the chamber doors and locks them. Prince Shining Armor takes his seat at his desk. Yes, your majesty. Daring Do pulls the green Chaos Emerald out of her bag. This is the Chaos Emerald Rouge and the Wonderbolts failed to find in Terravec. Daring Do hands the Chaos Emerald over to Prince Shining Armor. Thank you. Your hard work is appreciated. However, no longer needed. You may leave. Ahem. My reward for finding it? You already have it. I'm sorry, but you promised me 20,000 bits. Your reward is life, and if you want to keep it, you'll leave my presence immediately. Locks it with a key. Once I steal all of Shining Armor's life force, I have full power. Then I will be able to resurrect myself using this body. And with this Chaos Emerald, I shall rule not only the Crystal Empire again, but all of Equestria as black crystals suddenly disappear off of Shining Armor. Prince Shining Armor shakes his head and returns to his normal self. Oh, what's happening to me? The Wonderbolts Academy, Rainbow Dash in her classroom enjoying her lunch break. Commander Spitfire enters. What's up, Crash? I never got around to saying congratulations on your engagement. Thanks. Care to join me, Commander? Yeah, why not? Did Blaze's squad ever find that Chaos Emerald in Terravec? Afraid not, Rainbow Dash. They have sent on to searching the rest of Arabia in the hopes of finding undocumented Chaos Emeralds. I just hope that the pony in possession of that Chaos Emerald isn't evil. That's not good. Sonic is going to be concerned when I tell him about this. That information is classified, Dash. You know better. Be that as it may, I'm telling him anyway. Sonic spent most of his life protecting those Chaos Emeralds from falling into the hooves of... I think knowing these are my last 3 weeks of being a Wonderbolt. This place will always be a part of you. This place is indeed a part of you, and you are a part of it. And when you leave in 3 weeks, this place won't be the same. I never thought I was the best, but if I am in your eyes, it's only because I had the greatest teacher and mentor of all time. Rainbow Dash gets out of her chair and embraces Commander Spitfire. Commander Spitfire trying not to cry. I'm gonna miss you, Crash. Rainbow Dash lets go of Commander Spitfire. This doesn't mean goodbye forever. I'll give you my new address once I sell the Cloud Dominium, and I know where you live, basically. There's no reason we can't visit and hang out with each other from time to time. I'd like that. I've never had the chance to hang out with you outside this place. We may have a little too much fun. They chuckle. We'd probably get into some, I'm sure. Sonic standing in the doorway. How much trouble are you looking for? What the? Sonic! Oh my god, you're here! Rainbow Dash rushes over to him and begins kissing him madly. At ease, you two. Sonic and Rainbow Dash still kissing. Between kisses. That means we need to stop kissing. And I'm on duty. I've been thinking about you all morning, and I was hoping I'd be able to spend the night with you.
I'm not the one who you need to ask, Sonic.
Sonic can stay for the night, but with that said, he cannot disrupt your class. Rainbow Dash's class returns from lunch in about 20 minutes. I'll leave you two alone so you guys can have your 20 minutes. Thanks, Commander Spitfire. Not a problem. And Sonic, congrats on being engaged to one awesome pony. Feel free to roam the base once Dash's class returns. Sonic nods. Spitfire leaves Rainbow Dash's classroom. Rainbow Dash immediately begins kissing Sonic again. Sonic kissing back.
We better slow down, Sonic. 20 minutes is not enough time for the two of us.
I guess you're right. We have all night to do that stuff.
You just made my day coming to visit me. I've been missing you like crazy. I'm sad this is my last 3 weeks here, but on the bright side, I won't be leaving you alone anymore.
Good, because like I said, I've been thinking about you all day. I hate when you're gone. I miss you. That's why I had to come up here to see you. Man, you always look hot in that Wonderbolts uniform.
It must be the spandex. It shows off all of my assets. Sonic, I have some troubling news about the Chaos Emeralds in Terravec. Rouge's team wasn't able to find it, and that was the last Chaos Emerald on the planet that we knew where it was located.
Which means some pony else found it. Great. Just great.
I know. I'm worried about it too, Sonic. When you return to Ponyville tomorrow, you have to tell Knuckles and Applejack about this. They deserve to know.
I agree wholeheartedly. I just hope the Chaos Emerald fell into good hooves.
Changing the subject, how do you feel about going down to Mitzi's for dinner tonight?
You read my mind, Dash. Their chili dogs are delicious. Wow, we have a date tonight. Rainbow Dash smiles.
Yeah, it's totally awesome. This is such a great surprise having you here.
Sonic and Rainbow Dash continue to enjoy their time together. Once Rainbow Dash's class returns, Sonic takes Spitfire up on her offer and decides to visit the fitness center. Sonic does a light workout and decides to take a quick shower in the locker room. Upon leaving the locker room, Sonic happens to pass Rainbow Dash's locker. He can't help but smile because Rainbow Dash has a picture of her and Sonic at the Rah-Rah concert taped to the front of it. Late afternoon, Ponyville, Fluttershy's cottage. Discord and Fluttershy sharing tea and biscuits.
So what happens now with your comedy and magic show?
I spoke to my manager yesterday. Apparently, he wants to continue the show without Trixie until he finds a replacement.
Oh, that's terrible.
Unfortunately, it's the nature of the beast in the entertainment industry. Their mentality is, the show must go on.
Even still, how do you do your act without her?
I've had and shared that same concern with my manager. A huge part of our show was the chemistry and interaction between Trixie and I. I don't know what I'm supposed to do without her.
If the show must go on, I say just be yourself. I know I'd pay to see your solo act. Discord, you are so funny, charming, and magically stellar. You should be able to entertain your crowds with no problem.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, but it's not going to be the same without Trixie. How are things going between you and Tails?
Very well, actually. We're officially a couple. He's so sweet, caring, and generous. He's amazing.
Sounds boring to me. However, I'm happy for you, Shy. Although I have to admit, Tails is a total fox, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, he's adorable. I love him. Oops, did I just use the L word?
You totally dropped the L-bomb. Does he know that yet?
Oh, heavens, no. We've agreed to take things slow. Discord, it wasn't but a few months ago his fiancée died in the battle against the Metarex on Mobius.
I forgot about that. Amy enters the cottage.
Hey, Fluttershy. You're home early, Amy.
Yeah, it was a slow day at the bakery. Mrs. Cake decided to close it down for tonight. Hello, Pinkie Pie Hedgehog. Nice to see you again, Discord. How's your first couple of days been back going? Dreadful until now. There's something about tea with Fluttershy that's soothing to this beast. Fluttershy in general is soothing.
Oh, thank you guys.
Where's Tails hiding?
He's down in the basement, also known as his workshop.
Cool. I'll go hang out with him so you guys can enjoy your tea. Amy hangs up her coat and goes downstairs. In the basement, Tails hears Amy's footsteps. Is that you, Fluttershy? Nope, it's only me, Tails. Fluttershy is having tea with Discord, and I didn't want to disturb them. Pardon the pun, but Discord is not my cup of tea. He's all right, I guess. Amy now standing next to Tails. Working on the communicators again? Yeah, surprisingly, they have all the parts I need to fix and make new communicators for our entire team. And I'm also making Twilight's team communicators too. This way we're able to contact each other no matter where we are on the planet. That seems like a great idea, especially with all the drama lately surrounding Chrysalis. And don't forget Cosmo's warning about Dark Oak. Do you really think he escaped? I know what I saw and heard, Amy. I'm not going crazy. Cosmo really was here, and she not only warned me about Dark Oak, but she knew about me and Fluttershy as well, proving I didn't imagine the whole thing. I wasn't insinuating that at all, Tails. I know Cosmo said she'd always be with us. I just never thought she could physically come back whenever she wants. Cosmo was a Cedrian. Cedrian spirits after death become part of the universe. Their spirits can travel anywhere they want to. They collect energy from every living thing, and when they've collected enough, they can come back until the energy they've stored runs out. Cosmo had just enough energy to reassure me she was okay, and to warn us of Dark Oak's survival. Did seeing her again help you at all? Not really. It actually had the opposite effect, because seeing her again made me realize just how much I love and miss her, Amy. I'm glad to know she's doing well and is happy being with her family again. I will never stop being in love with her, and that's not fair to Fluttershy. But you do still have feelings for Fluttershy, right? Absolutely. I'm definitely falling in love with her. It's just I can't erase my feelings for Cosmo. I wanted so badly to wrap Cosmo in my arms and kiss her again, but we didn't have enough time. She vanished so quickly. These things take time to heal from. Trust me, I know. I keep telling myself I'm independent. I'm over him. But the reality is I'm not. Now I do everything I possibly can to avoid seeing him because my heart breaks every time that I do. I just hope one day I could face Sonic and be friends with him again. I miss him so much, Tails. I ruined the greatest thing in my life, and I have only myself to blame why he doesn't love me anymore. We have one thing in common. We both lost the loves of our life when Mobius was destroyed. Well, at least you have a shot with Fluttershy. Me, I'm on my own now. Fluttershy is special, Tails. Don't ever take her for granted or push her away by holding on to your love for Cosmo. Take it from me. It's so much harder being alone. The Wonderbolts Academy in Ops Base. Sonic knocks on Commander Spitfire's office door. Come in. Sonic enters. Oh, it's you. Sorry to bother you, ma'am. You can call me Spitfire. In any case, I know you're pretty busy, so I'll be quick. I know you and Dash are pretty close, so I wanted to invite you to our wedding in 3 weeks. It's going to be the day after Dash's class graduates. The ceremony and reception will be in Ponyville at Princess Twilight Sparkle's castle at 4 p.m. Wow, you two don't waste any time, do you? It's kind of funny that you're the one inviting me and not Rainbow Dash. Well, that's because she doesn't know about it yet. I was hoping to surprise her with it when she comes home. You do know she won't be returning to Ponyville until the day of your wedding, right? No, I wasn't aware of that. I thought she'd be coming home on her normal Friday night. After Dash's class graduates, there's a huge banquet here at the base to celebrate her class's graduation with their families. It's mandatory for Rainbow Dash to be here for that. That's all right. With Dash's speed, I'm sure she'll be able to make it back to Ponyville early on in the morning. Do you think Rouge can be there for the wedding too? Yeah, I don't see why not. Thanks for the invite. I'll definitely be there. Cool. Thanks again for allowing me to stay overnight to visit Dash. I really appreciate it. No problem. Sonic smiles and leaves Spitfire's office. Twilight's castle. Rarity enters the castle. Twilight! Spike and Cream walking down the stairs spot Rarity in the greeting room. Oh, hey, what's up, Rarity? Hi, Spike. Is Twilight around? Yeah, she's in the living room watching a movie with Flash. Cream and I were just heading out for a walk. Have a wonderful time, darling. Oh, and Cream, I took a look at your designs for the tuxedos, and I must say I was beyond impressed. Thank you. I learned from you, Rarity. Seriously, Cream, you're an amazing talent. I wouldn't be at all surprised if one day we became competitors in fashion. What are you guys designing tuxedos for? Sonic and Rainbow Dash's wedding is in 3 weeks. I was going to tell you about it during our walk. Speaking of which, that's the reason I came by to talk to Twilight. Sonic has decided to have the wedding here at the castle, and I need to confirm that Twilight's okay with it. Thanks, Jose. Knowing Twilight, she probably will be thrilled to have the wedding here. I know they're in love, but I still can't believe Rainbow Dash and Sonic are going to be married in 3 weeks. Yes, I am happy for them. However, this is going to be a very stressful endeavor for me because Sonic wants me to help him put the wedding together, create the tuxedos, the bridesmaid dresses, and Rainbow Dash's wedding dress. On top of all of this, I still have to run my 3 stores. Thank heavens for coffee, cream, and silver. Anyway, I better go talk to Twilight. Enjoy your romantic walk, you two. Rarity walks away. 3 weeks, huh? Yes, we're going to be very busy, Spike. I'm probably going to have a lot of long days of work ahead of me. Oh, don't worry about it. I've known Rarity for a long time. I know how busy the fashion business can get. Worst case scenario, I'll hang out with you at Rarity's. I can bring you dinner, and we can catch up. Sounds nice. Or you can bring me only a kiss. Cream kisses Spike. Ugh, I'll always have one of those to give you. Spike opens the door for Cream. Spike and Cream exit the castle holding hands. Twilight's living room. Twilight and Flash laying on the couch together. Flash has Twilight wrapped in his arms as they watch their movie. Twilight using her magic to stuff popcorn in her mouth. Rarity walks into the living room. I'm terribly sorry, it's a cozy movie for 2, but I have a favor to ask of you, Twilight. Twilight, startled, quickly pauses the movie. She sits up to talk to Rarity. Ask away, Rarity. This morning, Sonic stopped by my boutique and requested that I be his wedding planner. I decided to accept his request and help him plan the perfect wedding day. The reason I'm disturbing you this evening is that upon my recommendation, Sonic has chosen your castle for not only the ceremony, but for the reception as well. Absolutely! I would be honored to help Rainbow Dash and Sonic by having their wedding here. So, when's the big day? It's 3 weeks from this Saturday, darling. 3 weeks? Has Sonic lost his mind? Luckily, my schedule is open. Rarity takes a seat and starts eating Twilight's popcorn. Well, if you think that's a shock, he wants to try to have the wedding for 100 bits or less. Did you explain to Sonic how much money and planning it takes to put on an equestrian wedding? I most certainly did. Sonic has this plan that we're all going to chip in and help him out. For example, Applejack would handle the catering, Pinkie Pie would bake the wedding cake, I would obviously be in charge of the formal attire. Sonic is hoping by us helping out, he will be able to have this wedding for as cheap as possible, but he hasn't taken into consideration invitations, flowers, party favors, a DJ, and a photographer. Rainbow Dash just signed a huge contract with a 5,000-bit signing bonus to play for Ponyville. How are they on a 100-bit budget? Because Sonic is throwing a surprise wedding. Rainbow Dash isn't supposed to know about it until wedding day. I thought it was a bad idea too, but Sonic insists this is what he wants. I'll talk to Sonic tomorrow about changing his mind about surprising Dash with this wedding. She may not be ready to be married in 3 weeks. I wonder if Sonic ever thought about that. I told Sonic I will try to call in some favors to help him with some of the things needed for a wedding, but really, there are only so many free things I'll be able to come through on. You can try to talk to Sonic about including Rainbow Dash, but he was unwilling to budge on it with me. Not to worry, Rarity. I'm willing to help in any way necessary. Like you, I also want to help our friends have a perfect wedding day. Let me talk to Sonic tomorrow and see if I can't convince him to change his mind about throwing a surprise wedding. I am pretty sure I can persuade him to allow Rainbow Dash in on the planning process. Thank you, Twilight. Hugs, Twilight. You're a great friend, and I'm thankful to have you. So, I take it you're all right having the wedding and reception here, then? Absolutely. Regardless of how we do this wedding, it's happening here in 3 weeks, no matter what. Mitzi's Diner. Mitzi walks over to Rainbow Dash and Sonic's table. Sonic with his arm around Rainbow Dash. Oh, now ain't this sweet? You two enjoying a date night together.
Absolutely. My awesome fiance decided to surprise me with a visit. I have the greatest guy.
Yes, believe me, Sonic, I hear every day how great you treat this girl. That's good because she's an amazing mare. What'll it be, you two? And don't bother paying 'cause it's on the house.
Mitzi!
Don't you even try, girl, to talk me out of it. You eat here almost every day. This is my way of saying congratulations on your engagement.
Speaking of which, you're so totally coming to our wedding, Mitz.
I wouldn't miss it, Dash. Now, what do you two want to eat tonight?
I'll have a sweet tea to drink and a grilled cheese with fries.
And for you, Sonic, let me guess, grape soda and a chili dog with extra chili and a fry. You know me all too well, Mitzi. Sonic, your order hasn't changed now in 4 visits. I'll have that right up for you.
Thanks, Mitz.
Mitzi walks away.
So, how are things going in Ponyville this week? Must be pretty boring since you flew all the way here in the X-Tornado.
I wouldn't say it's been boring at home. It's definitely a little more calm now that every pony has stopped worrying about Chrysalis. My reason for visiting you is simply because I missed you. I've had you on my mind since you left Sunday night. Rainbow Dash gives Sonic a kiss.
I know how you feel, Sonic. I wanted to talk to you about our engagement and our future wedding.
Please tell me you're not having second thoughts.
Are you kidding me? No. In fact, it's the exact opposite. I don't want to drag out our engagement. If I could, I would marry you right now if you were willing. However, I'm patient enough to wait until after my class graduates.
I'm glad that's how you feel because I was thinking the same thing. Whew, you had me nervous there, Dash.
In order to fight missing you, I've started using my downtime here to start planning for our wedding. I've already budgeted 2,000 of my 5,000-bit signing bonus for our wedding. I'll show you the list I started when we get back to my room for the night. It has all the details as to what I want for our wedding. I'm really happy that you want a short engagement too. I want to get married the day after my class graduates.
Sonic surprised and chuckles. Oh, you don't say.
Is that too soon, Sonic?
Sonic laughing at the irony that Rainbow Dash has picked the same day as he did for the wedding. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you, Dash. Oh, wow. So much for my surprise wedding.
Wait, what?
You're not going to believe this, but I've already started planning our wedding for the same day you picked. You should see Rarity. I asked her to be my wedding planner, and she's freaking out that she only has 24 days to work with.
Oh my god, Sonic! I can't believe you and I picked the same day!
I wanted it to be a surprise. I thought that if I made it a surprise, you'd see how much I really love you, since I'd be the one planning and putting it all together.
Oh, Sonic, you're seriously so cute planning a surprise wedding for us, but you didn't have to go to the surprise route to prove how much you love me. You've been proving that to me since the day I met you, and even more so when you proposed to me. So you picked Rarity to help you plan our wedding?
Mitzi brings out the drinks. Yeah, I just figured Rarity was the best option to help keep me on track. She seems to know a lot about weddings.
Thanks, Mitzi.
You're welcome.
So what are some of the ideas you guys have come up with?
The biggest change Rarity has proposed to me so far is the venue for our ceremony and the reception. She thinks it's going to be too cold for an outdoor wedding at the gazebo in the park, so she brought up the idea of asking Twilight to host our wedding and the reception at the castle. I thought it was a great idea as well, having our ceremony indoors, and Twilight's castle adds elegance. Plus, did I happen to mention it's free?
I'm actually really impressed with your choice. I agree. Having the wedding outside in the middle of fall isn't a viable option. When I get home this weekend, we should go see Rarity and come up with the ideas together. This way, Rarity has an idea of what my budget is and what I'm looking for to make our day special.
The Crystal Empire. The Crystal Palace. Prince Shining Armor and Princess Cadence's bedroom. Princess Cadence enters the room. Now that Flurry Heart is down to sleep for the night, we can discuss what happened earlier. I'm really sorry about that. I can't explain what's been happening to me lately. I had no idea I went to Ponarabia to meet with Daring Do. How do you not remember going to Ponarabia? I know this sounds crazy, but I can't even tell you how I even traveled to Ponarabia. Cadence, all I know is that I seem to be going through blackouts, and yet I'm still functioning as normal. What happened once Daring Do arrived? I honestly don't remember talking to her. You said it was business from Ponarabia, and it wasn't any of my concern. After that, you said something I will never forget. You looked at me in the eyes and said the business you were conducting with Daring Do was only meant for a king to handle. You were referring to yourself. Shining Armor puzzled. I don't remember saying that. What else happened? Right before you went up to your chamber to speak with Daring Do, you became enraged with me, and in that moment those black crystals you got in the battle against King Sombra returned to your unicorn horn. I'm scared, Shining Armor. I don't understand why those crystals would return. All I can tell you is that when those crystals reappeared on your horn, your entire persona changed. The look of anger in your eyes when you looked at me with disdain for wanting to be included in your meeting with Daring Do sent chills through me. I honestly was scared. I thought you were going to hurt me. I am so sorry I put you through that. I honestly can't remember or explain any of this. I love you, and you know I could never hurt you, right? I would like to believe that's true, but it was almost like you had become King Sombra. It only lasted a few minutes. Once Daring Do left the palace, you changed back to yourself, and the black crystals had vanished. We need to keep a watchful eye on this. Before his defeat, King Sombra cursed the Crystal Empire, and it vanished for thousands of years. I only hope he hasn't cursed me. Meanwhile, back on planet Earth, Chris Thorndyke was in a secret lab beneath his parents' mansion, preparing the Chaos Control Machine. In mere moments, he would be attempting to use artificially made Chaos Control to travel to Equestria by locating the Master Emerald's power source. Chris has waited 10 years for this moment. He was scared, yet excited to know that if this was a success, he'd be reunited with his best friend Sonic. Chris also knew the risk he was about to take could possibly kill him. The 22-year-old physicist begins to link his machine with the coordinates of the Master Emerald. After a few moments, the entire mansion begins to shake as the Chaos Control Machine opens a man-made portal to Equestria. Chris is standing in front of the portal and is staring at it. I know I shouldn't be doing this. I hope one day my family and friends will understand why I had to do this. Well, here goes nothing. I'm either going to die or I'm going to be reunited with all my friends again. I'm coming, Sonic. Chris enters the portal he created to Equestria. Meanwhile, at Sweet Apple Acres, it's the middle of the night and every pony was asleep inside the farmhouse. The Master Emerald was now glowing as Chris's use of chaos control from his machine on Earth was a success and now causing a reaction. Chris Thorndyke's machine had successfully created chaos control just like his grandfather's machine did 10 years prior. Chris would be arriving in Equestria in mere moments. However, the question remains, will Chris's body survive chaos control? Applejack and Knuckles sleeping. An electrical storm begins brewing near the Master Emerald Temple as Chris's portal reacts to the Master Emerald. Knuckles is startled out of sleep by the sudden electrical storm the Master Emerald was creating. Applejack beginning to wake as well. What's going on, Knux? Not really sure. Knuckles looks out the bedroom window. Somebody is messing around with the Master Emerald. Is that why there's all this lightning? This is the same thing that happened when Silver arrived here. I don't know what's going on. I want you to stay here and keep the rest of the family safe. No matter what happens, don't come outside. I don't know what or who we're dealing with, but until I figure it out, I want you to stay safe here. Okay, Knux. Knuckles opens the door to the hallway. Apple Bloom is already standing in the hallway.
Knuckles, what's going on?
I'm not sure, Sweet Pea. Please, just stay inside with Applejack, okay?
Okay, you're not going out there, are you?
I have to. I'm prepared to fight to protect all of you if I must. Hugs Apple Bloom. I love you, Apple Bloom, and I promise I'm coming back. Granny Smith opens her bedroom door.
Oh, for pony's sake, what's with all the ruckus?
Don't worry, Granny Smith. It's just a little bit of lightning, that's all. Apple Bloom, come on, Sugar Cube. Let's go to Big Mac's room, okay? Applejack kissing Knuckles. I love you. Please be safe. I love you too, AJ. Knuckles rushes downstairs and heads outside. He starts making his way toward the Master Emerald Temple. As Knuckles nears the Master Emerald Temple, he can see someone standing in front of the Master Emerald. Knuckles decides to hide behind an apple tree about 70 feet from where Chris was standing. Knuckles trying to make out the figure. Knuckles to himself. That's impossible. It couldn't be. Chris Thorndyke had survived the teleportation through chaos control, but not without consequences. Chris's molecular structure was altered during teleportation. Chris was now back to being a 12-year-old boy, just as Sonic and all his friends remembered him. Even though Chris's age was physically altered, his brain was not altered and remained as the 22-year-old physicist that he was. Chris is staring out at Sweet Apple Acres, incredibly excited he survived. He turns around to face the Master Emerald, which he hasn't seen in a decade. I made it! I made it! I'm actually here! I did it! Knuckles, recognizing Chris's voice, begins to rush over to the Master Emerald Temple. Knuckles begins to ascend the steps. Chris turns around and is looking at Knuckles for the first time in 10 years. Knuckles is in absolute shock. Chris! Knuckles! I am so happy to see you. Chris's eyes close. He falls to the stony ground of the Master Emerald Temple. That Twitter account is not correct. It's a different account now. I changed it. I updated in a future episode. No, 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 no. All right. How you doing, Jose? Real quick. I Friday is my new day off now, so I'm going to be live streaming a ton of episodes today. I'm actually hoping to get through the end of season 1 today. I'm hoping, keeping my fingers crossed. Depends how fast these things stream and upload to YouTube. Um, the other thing I want to say is when I release season 1's season finale, episode 32, which is the Sonic and Rainbow Dash's wedding, the wedding bells ring in Ponyville. I'm actually not going to live stream that episode. It is almost a 90-minute episode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just record the episode on my phone and split it into 2 parts. Once the first part is done, I'll upload it to YouTube. The cool thing about that episode is I actually put in an intermission part. If you guys remember correctly, I did add an intermission so you guys could take a break if you were going to read it for the full 90 minutes. So what I'll do is part 1 of episode 32 will be approximately, I want to say it's 39 minutes and 56 seconds. And then part 2 would be around 45, 46-ish, 44 minutes, somewhere in that range. So there'll be 2 separate episodes for season 1's season finale voice dub. Like I said, I'm hoping to get to it today, which would mean if that's the case, then I'll be into season 2. I'm really trying to achieve my goal here in making sure I get the first 47 episodes voiced by my July 13th or 14th release date for episode 49. I say the 13th now because I may release it a day early, just because Friday is more convenient. I'm home by myself. I don't have to worry about it cutting into my time with my wife and kids. So, again, I'm looking forward to the release of that episode. I know you guys are too. I will release a PowerPoint video as to when the exact day is going to be, whether or not I change it. I'm not foreseeing any issue of me getting all the first 47 episodes voiced. I think I'm going to get it done by then. If that indeed is the case, I will definitely release episode 49, Saving Apple Bloom, will be released instead on Friday, July 13th. I know, Friday the 13th, that I'm asking for it with that. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off on this live stream. I'm really thankful you guys love and enjoy the series. Please keep watching it. Like, share, comment, and especially share these episodes to your friends or on social media, however you can, to spread harmony and chaos. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. I got a long way to go today and a lot of episodes to voice, so I should be back on here shortly after this episode uploads and finishes streaming to YouTube. Until then, guys, take care. Love you guys. Peace out. And Jose, thanks for watching again, man.